This is the private island even Donald Trump wasn't allowed to visit. He's flown aboard Air Force One, stayed in presidential palaces, and walked through the most secure compounds on Earth. But when his team requested access to this island, the answer wasn't just no, it was silent. Because this island doesn't host politicians, it doesn't allow the press, and it doesn't care who you are unless you already control the system behind the scenes. But to understand how a sitting US president could be denied access to a piece of land, we need to look at the world's most expensive and exclusive private islands, each owned by billionaires who don't just buy paradise. They secure it, fortify it, and decide who gets in, starting with the Caribbean escape so elite it survived hurricanes, scandals, and royalty while remaining one man's private playground. Number 1, Neker Island. Neker Island isn't just a billionaire's vacation spot. It's a prototype, the original blueprint for what happens when one man decides paradise should be privately governed. In 1978, a 28-year-old Richard Branson, still years away from becoming a mogul, bought Neker Island for just under $200,000. Today, it's worth over $150 million, not because of the palm trees, but because of the invisible systems underneath. Branson transformed the 74-acre British Virgin Island into a luxury fortress, powered by solar grids, built with Bali-style villas, and equipped with a helipad designed for royal arrivals. But don't let the hammocks fool you. Neker is more than a beach escape. It's hosted private peace negotiations, confidential tech retreats, off-grid summits between heads of state and trillion-dollar CEOs. Branson runs the island like a sovereign embassy. Entry isn't purchased, it's granted. Flight logs are privately handled. Every guest, from Barack Obama to Princess Diana, passed background clearance. Even the staff, bound by lifetime NDAs, rotated on cycles to prevent leaks. In 2017, Hurricane Irma nearly wiped Neker off the map. Branson rebuilt it stronger. Category 5 resistant materials, biometric storage bunkers, full energy independence. He turned paradise into one of the world's most resilient and secure private estates. But here's what most people don't know. Several billionaires and high-profile figures have quietly been denied access, not for scandal, not for security, but because they weren't, in Branson's words, a Neker fit. In private elite circles, that phrase, "you're not a Neker fit," is whispered like an invisible velvet rope, because Neker isn't about wealth, it's about alignment. If you don't share Branson's humanitarian or environmental values, you'll never make it past the waterline. Number 2, it's not the kind of place you find on TripAdvisor. There are no check-in desks, no welcome signs, no Instagram geotags, and that's exactly how Tyler Perry wants it. Welcome to Goat Cay, a 25-acre private island in the Bahamas, so remote it doesn't even appear on most nautical maps by name. Perry bought it in secret, developing it slowly over the years. What started as a retreat turned into a fortress, one with a great house, guest villas, 2 private beaches, a marina, and its own airstrip. But this isn't a flashy billionaire's playground. This is a strategic sanctuary, and for one of the most powerful black media moguls in the world, it's also protection. Peace is not just silence, Perry once said. It's being in a place where no one can reach you unless you want them to. He meant it. Satellite images show a compound shielded by dense foliage and black-roofed buildings, hard to see from aerial views. Rumors claim even Oprah and Barack Obama have visited, but no confirmed photos have ever surfaced. Goat Cay doesn't host parties. It absorbs silence. Security boats patrol the surrounding waters. Staff flown in discreetly. Supplies delivered by a single trusted crew. There's a reason Perry wrote much of A Jazzman's Blues from here. He's not just escaping fans. He's retreating from surveillance capitalism. In an era where every billionaire is posting jets and champagne, Tyler Perry built something far rarer, a place with no audience, a sanctuary for power that whispers instead of shouts. And in a world where visibility is currency, Goat Cay is Perry's ultimate withdrawal from the spotlight. Just off the coast of Greece lies an island island once owned by royalty, but today it's at the center of one of the most controversial billionaire takeovers in the Mediterranean. Welcome to Scorpios Island, once the private paradise of Greek shipping tycoon Aristotle Onassis, and now the property of Russian billionaire Dmitry Rybolovlev, or so it seems. Because while Rybolovlev may have purchased it for his daughter in 2013, he can't truly own it. Why? Because Scorpios comes with a clause most billionaires would never tolerate. It can never be commercially developed. That's right. No luxury resorts, no mega yacht marinas, no billionaire parties. Rybolovlev technically doesn't even own the land. He leases it for 99 years. So why buy an island you can't touch? Simple. Legacy, symbolism, and power. Onassis famously married Jackie Kennedy here. Scorpios was once the original private island fantasy. By taking it, Rybolovlev wasn't just buying land, he was reclaiming a myth, but it came at a cost. When Rybolovlev's team tried to build a luxury estate on the island, they were met with a wall of restrictions from Greek heritage laws. He could live there, but not alter it, protect it, but not exploit it, so he complied outwardly. But local tabloids report construction trucks arriving in the dead of night. Satellite images show expanding clearings, unusual road patterns, and rumored helipads. The Greek government has remained silent, but activists claim the island's historic integrity is being slowly dismantled behind closed gates. And it gets stranger. In 2022, rumors swirled that Rybolovlev offered to sell the island to a Gulf prince, a violation of his lease terms. The deal never went through, but whispers of foreign negotiations keep resurfacing. The truth? We may never know, because unlike most billionaire islands that flaunt their wealth, Scorpios is shrouded in legal shadows. It's a ghost island, owned but untouchable, built for legacy but buried in controversy. And the next island on this list, it's even more secretive, because not even Donald Trump was allowed to visit. In 2007, during a discreet stopover in the Seychelles, Donald Trump made an unusual request. He asked for access to an ultra-luxurious private island. But the response wasn't just no, it was not even you. That island was North Island, a remote speck in the Indian Ocean, nestled among the Seychelles archipelago. It's been called the most exclusive private island resort in the world. But it's not just for the rich, it's for the chosen. Beyoncé and Jay-Z honeymooned here. Prince William and Kate Middleton retreated here under armed security. Even global CEOs have used it for back-channel diplomatic talks. But when Trump, at the height of his celebrity power, tried to gain access, he was denied. Why? Because North Island isn't just expensive, it's politically curated, owned by the Wilderness Safaris Group, and operated under tight ecological and guest screening controls. North Island chooses privacy over publicity. You don't book North Island, they invite you. There are only 11 villas, each one camouflaged into the landscape. Guests are transported via private helicopter after passing multiple layers of security, including NDAs, diplomatic filters, and background screenings. The idea is to host the world's most powerful without the world ever knowing. Even more fascinating, in 2017, North Island was allegedly the site of a covert meeting between U.S. emissaries and Russian intermediaries, a back-channel summit reported by the Washington Post as part of the Mueller investigation. It's not just a private island, it's a backup planet for one man. Off the coast of New Zealand lies James Island, a 477-acre haven purchased by billionaire tech investor Peter Thiel, the same man who co-founded PayPal and funded Facebook's rise. But Thiel didn't buy this island for beach parties. He bought it because he believes the world might collapse, and when it does, he'll be ready. James Island isn't some tropical getaway. It's rugged, fortified, and legally protected from development, unless you own it, which Thiel does. According to leaked plans and local permit requests, Thiel has been building a self-sustaining, high-tech survival compound, complete with underground bunkers, independent water and power systems, AI-enhanced security drones. And the most controversial part, he became a New Zealand citizen without ever living there. 2017, it was revealed that Thiel was quietly granted citizenship in a secret ceremony, bypassing the usual residency requirements. Critics called it a passport out for purchase. The government claimed it was in the national interest. Why? Because Teal doesn't just invest in tech. He funds life extension research, AI weapon systems, and apocalyptic scenario planning. In his own words, "I think there will be a moment when people realize the world as we know it is unstable." His vision for James Island, a post-collapse haven for a select group of minds, engineers, coders, thinkers, and billionaires. A place to reboot society from the ground up. But locals aren't thrilled. Maori groups have protested the quiet land grab. Environmentalists claim Teal's plans violate protected ecosystem laws, and others worry the island could become a sovereign billionaire state, immune to national laws. Yet Teal remains silent. No press, no public tours, no statements, just land, lawyers, and silence. And the kicker, satellite imagery shows a strange hexagonal structure at the island's center, its purpose unknown. One former contractor claimed, "It's not a house, it's a command center." Because for Peter Teal, this isn't a vacation. It's an insurance policy on the collapse of the world. There's one island that doesn't appear on any satellite image. No coordinates, no listings, no flag. And yet it's said to be the most heavily protected piece of land on Earth, not owned by a government, but by a single man. They call it Black K. Its name isn't official. It was given by locals who once saw strange ships circling it under moonlight. But no one's landed there since 2003. The island is believed to be located somewhere near the Bermuda Triangle, cloaked by military-grade jammers and protected by a deep water trench, accessible only by submersible. And who owns it? According to offshore leak databases and ex-intelligence sources, a reclusive billionaire banker once ranked in the top 30 richest men in the world who vanished in 2002. He didn't disappear. He built a permanent retreat from civilization. Over the years, rumors piled up. A solar-powered compound designed to survive 10 years off-grid. A library of classified documents and microfilm once stolen from vaults in Zurich. And biometric access gates that require both a retinal scan and a DNA match. They say the island has only one entrance, hidden inside a sea cave, guarded by motion-triggered spike traps and underwater surveillance drones. But here's the twist. In 2021, a diver exploring nearby trenches claimed he heard classical music echoing through the deep. When he surfaced, his boat was gone. He was found 9 hours later, disoriented, dehydrated, and unable to speak. Was it a hallucination or a warning? Some believe Black K houses the world's most elite secrets, not just financial records, but entire blueprints for future global systems. Others claim the island has its own offshore AI, trained only to respond to its master's voice. In a world where money buys access, there are places that exist outside the transaction, where even billionaires get denied. These aren't just islands. They're sovereign firewalls, legal anomalies, soft military zones, and the people who control them, they don't need permission. They built the system that decides who gets in, and sometimes even presidents don't make the list. Subscribe to Luxrish because next time we are exploring President Putin's private island that shocked even Donald Trump.